Hello, friends. Imagine if every part of your body was filled with immense energy. If your muscles were strong, your skin was glowing, and you felt a constant sense of confidence within you. Wouldn't life seem so much easier? But the reality is that most people tire before reaching this level of power because they don't know how to properly fuel their bodies. Author E.J. Harrison unravels this mystery in this book. He explains that our bodies are machines that can perform at their best only when they receive proper nutrition and a balanced fitness routine. If this balance is disrupted, fatigue, stress, and illness automatically set in. Therefore, the purpose of this book is to better understand the body and to understand which habits increase our energy and which ones slowly deplete it. The book begins with a simple but profound truth. The body is what we eat and feels what we think. This means that if we fill our bodies with nutritious food, our thinking will also become clear and positive. However, poor eating habits weaken our thinking and mood. The author explains that fitness isn't just about hitting the gym and lifting weights, it's about a balanced life that includes a proper diet, adequate sleep, peace of mind, and regular exercise. If even one of these components is disrupted, the body's balance is disrupted. Now let's discuss the book's first central theme, understanding nutrition. The author explains that most people don't know how much and what they should eat. Many people think that eating more means more strength. But the truth is that strength comes not from the quantity of food, but from its quality. That is, the nutrients in food are the most important. He explains that our body needs three main elements: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The correct proportion of these three elements provides energy, balance, and strength. If there's an imbalance, no matter how hard you work, the body will feel tired. Carbohydrates are the body's primary source of energy. However, the author cautions that not all carbohydrates are equal. Good carbohydrates, such as whole grains, pulses, and fruits, provide energy slowly. This helps maintain steady strength throughout the day. However, bad carbohydrates, such as sugary drinks and white flour products, provide instant energy but cause fatigue over time. Therefore, they recommend prioritizing natural sources in your diet if you want to remain energetic for longer. The second element is protein, which plays a crucial role in bodybuilding. Whether it's muscle development, skin, hair, or immunity, protein is essential. The authors explain that those who exercise daily should focus on their protein intake based on their weight so that the body receives adequate nutrition for rebuilding. The third important element is fat, which many people misunderstand. Many people think that fat means obesity. However, the authors argue that not all fat is harmful. Some fats, such as olive oil, nuts, and seeds, are essential for the body because they improve hormonal balance and brain function. Therefore, consuming the right fats is a crucial part of the fitness journey. Now the authors discuss nourishing the body with water. He states that water is the cheapest and most powerful source of energy because it flushes toxins from the body and keeps cells active. If the body becomes dehydrated, energy quickly plummets, leading to poor concentration and increased fatigue. Therefore, everyone should cultivate the habit of drinking adequate water throughout the day. The next section of the book explains that our relationship with our bodies isn't limited to food and exercise. Our mental health is also deeply intertwined. The author states that when we are stressed, our body's hormones change, negatively impacting the digestive system and immune system. This is why mental peace and balance are considered essential components of fitness. The author makes the remarkable observation that eating slowly and savoring each bite helps the body digest it better because of the deep connection between the brain and the stomach. When we eat too quickly, the brain doesn't receive the signal that the body has already received the food, leading to overeating and obesity. Therefore, he argues that eating is a form of meditation. The calmer you eat, the more beneficial it is. Another important section of the book is the power of sleep and relaxation. The author explains that the body repairs itself during sleep. When we sleep, our muscles repair themselves, hormones are balanced, and the brain prepares for the next day. If sleep is insufficient, no matter how well you eat or exercise, your body will not respond properly. Therefore, everyone should get at least 7 to 8 hours of deep sleep. The author offers a simple rule. If you wake up feeling tired, it's a sign that your body is out of balance, and you should make changes to your eating and resting patterns. Now comes exercise. According to the author, fitness isn't just about losing weight, but also about strengthening and keeping the body active. The purpose of exercise is to strengthen the body.
The key is not to do it, but to awaken it. He says that each person should choose an exercise regimen according to their body's needs. Some people like running, others yoga, and others weightlifting. The key is to ensure that the body engages in a little exercise every day to remain flexible and strong. In this book, the author also explains that when we exercise regularly, we develop self-confidence and discipline. It increases not only physical strength, but also mental strength. He considers fitness an expression of self-respect. Author E.J. Harrison now introduces us to the amazing science that goes on within the body. He explains that when we feed our body, every cell breaks down that food and converts it into energy. This process is the true power of life. However, many people do not understand this process properly. Therefore, they fall into bad habits and weaken their bodies. The author says that if you want to perform well in sports or any physical activity, you must understand how energy is created and when it is spent. For example, if you run on an empty stomach, your body breaks down its muscles to create energy, leading to weakness. However, if you eat a light and nutritious meal before running, your body uses that food as fuel, increasing your strength exponentially. This is the true meaning of sports nutrition. The author explains that for athletes or regular exercisers, food is not just about taste, but also about strategy. You need to know what foods to eat, when, and in what quantities so that your body is always prepared. For example, in the morning, the body needs energy, so a combination of carbohydrates and a little protein is most beneficial. In the evening, the body needs repair, so a combination of protein and the right fats is best. The next section of the book explains that each person's body reacts differently. Some people find high carbohydrates energizing, while others feel tired. Therefore, the author advises learning to listen to your body's language. Whenever you eat a meal, observe how your body feels afterward. If you feel light and energetic, that food is right for you. But if you feel sleepy or lethargic, then understand that your body is not able to accept that food. The author also explains that fitness doesn't come from just one day or a week of hard work. It is a continuous process. Patience and discipline are essential to reshaping the body. He says that many people want quick results and give up when they don't see any change in a few weeks. But real change comes when you take small steps to improve every day. At one point in the book, the author writes that changing the body is actually a dialogue. When you give it love through good food, exercise, and sleep, it in turn gives you energy and strength. But if you give it stress, staying up late, and eating unhealthy foods, it responds with fatigue and illness. The author further makes a very interesting point. He says that the biggest enemy of fitness is making excuses. Many people say they don't have time or they're too tired. But the truth is, keeping the body active isn't a matter of time, but of intention. If you're willing, even 20 minutes of regular exercise a day can be life-changing. Those 20 minutes send the message to your body that you care about yourself. A chapter in this book is entirely devoted to mental strength. The author explains that the body can only thrive when supported by the mind. If the mind is lazy, no matter how capable, it will tire. But if the mind is enthusiastic, the body can push beyond its limits. Therefore, he argues that mental fitness is as important as physical fitness. He explains that stress is the biggest enemy because it disrupts the body's hormonal balance, affecting sleep, digestion, and muscle function. The author suggests some simple ways to reduce stress: taking a few minutes to breathe deeply every day, taking a walk in the morning sunlight, and expressing gratitude for your day every night. These small steps calm the mind and strengthen the body from within. The author then discusses how modern lifestyles tend to make people sit more than move. This has disrupted the body's natural balance. He suggests that even if you sit for a few hours a day, get up and walk occasionally. Climb stairs or stretch your body. Keeping the body active is what keeps it alive. When the body becomes inactive, both its speed and strength diminish. The book further explains that food is not only for the body, but also for the soul. If you eat with negative emotions, even that food doesn't provide the same benefits as food consumed with positive emotions. Therefore, the author advises that when you eat it with respect, as if it were a blessing rather than fuel for your body. The author also explains that many people think fitness means being thin. However, the truth is that true fitness means balance and stability in the body. Even if you are slightly overweight, but you are energetic, active, and don't get sick, you are healthy. Because the measure of fitness is the body's functions, not the organ visible on the scale. Another interesting part of the book explains that the largest part of the body, the weapon, is immunity, the power to fight disease. The author says that if your diet is balanced and you exercise regularly, you will rarely be affected by illness because your body's cells become stronger and more easily resist infections. He explains that green vegetables, fresh fruits, and seeds act as a natural shield for the body. The vitamins and minerals they contain strengthen the body's defense system and flush out toxins. Additionally, the body's pH level remains balanced, preventing disease from developing. The author further suggests that if you want to maintain long-term health, add variety to your diet. Eating the same food every day can lead to a deficiency in certain nutrients. Therefore, eat different colored fruits and vegetables throughout the week, as each color represents a different nutrient. Red fruits contain antioxidants, green vegetables contain iron and fiber, and yellow fruits contain energy-giving elements. The author then discusses how setting goals is essential in your fitness journey. If you pursue a goal without a goal, you will quickly become exhausted. But if you have a clear goal, like running 10 kilometers or preparing for a competition, both your body and mind will work in that direction. Therefore, he says that everyone should set a strong, realistic goal that motivates them. Author E.J. Harrison now explains in detail the secrets to maintaining long-term health and vitality. He says that the fundamental foundation of fitness is discipline. It is the strength that improves the body day by day. Many people start with enthusiasm but become exhausted within a few weeks because they consider fitness a temporary endeavor. The truth is, it is a lifelong habit. The author explains that everyone should develop a sustainable routine that balances food, exercise, and rest. He says that unless these three pillars are strong, the body cannot remain fully fit. Start the day with light stretching or a walk to increase blood flow and activate the brain. Then have a nutritious breakfast consisting of whole grains, fruit, and a small amount of protein. It provides the body with energy for the entire day. The authors also explain that many people skip breakfast, but this is a major mistake because breakfast starts the body's engine. If you skip it, the body will remain weak throughout the day, and your appetite will become unbalanced, leading to overeating in the afternoon and at night. Therefore, they recommend never skipping breakfast, no matter how busy you are. The book further explains that you should maintain short intervals between meals. That is, eat something light every 3 to 4 hours.
This maintains the body's energy and maintains balanced blood sugar levels. Eating at long intervals puts the body into a state of hunger, causing it to store the next meal as fat. Therefore, the authors argue that fitness is determined not only by exercise, but also by meal planning. They also advise that dinner should be light and early, as the body needs time to digest before sleep. Eating a heavy meal late at night will reduce the quality of sleep and leave the body feeling tired. This will lead to hormonal imbalances and a feeling of lethargy the next morning. Therefore, he suggests that it's best to eat dinner within 2 hours of sunset. According to the author, the body's true strength comes only from constant care. Just as watering a plant daily keeps it thriving, it's also important to devote some time to the body every day, whether it's exercise, meditation, or a nutritious meal. If you neglect the body, it will gradually lose its energy. He says that many people think fitness means strictly controlling oneself. However, the author believes fitness is built with love, not pressure. If you view exercise as punishment, the mind will resist. But if you embrace it as self-care, the body will thank you. So experience fitness as joy. The book further explains that the body is nourished not only by food, but also by positive thinking. If the mind harbors negative emotions, the body senses them, because every thought becomes a chemical signal. Therefore, the author says that loving yourself and being grateful for your body should be the first fitness habit. When you appreciate yourself, your body responds accordingly, gradually becoming healthier and more confident. The author also points out that comparison is a major enemy of fitness. Many people look at others and wonder why they don't look like them. However, the truth is that every body is unique. Its structure, its movements, and its reactions are all different. If you try to be like someone else, you will miss out on your body's true potential. Therefore, he advises comparing yourself only to yourself yesterday. That is, strive to become just a little better every day. The author further explains that paying attention to the quality of sleep is essential in maintaining a fit body. Many people think that success comes from working hard, but if you sacrifice sleep, the body begins to break down from within. He says that 7 to 8 hours of deep sleep re-energizes the body. During sleep, muscles repair and the brain's memory is cleared.
This is why a person who gets good sleep always feels refreshed. A section of the book is specifically for those who play sports or engage in strenuous physical activity. The author explains that the body needs immediate rebuilding after exercise. Therefore, it's important to consume protein and light carbohydrates to allow muscles to recover quickly and restore energy. He adds that the first half hour after exercise is most crucial for the body, as it absorbs food the fastest. The author also emphasizes the importance of maintaining water balance. When the body is dehydrated, the digestive system slows down, blood thickens, and muscles become strained. Therefore, each person should adjust the amount of water they drink based on their daily routine. He says that dry skin or frequent dry lips indicate a lack of water. The author emphasizes the importance of paying as much attention to the quality of food as to the method of obtaining it. If you buy things from the market, try to ensure they are fresh and free of chemicals, as this is the biggest challenge in modern life. We are becoming increasingly dependent on processed foods which enhance taste but gradually weaken the body. He suggests that if you truly want to stay fit, start in your kitchen. Eliminate foods that harm the body, such as sugary drinks, junk food, and excessively oily foods, and replace them with fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains. When your home is filled with healthy foods, your body will automatically become healthy. The author also explains that getting some sunlight every day is essential for strengthening the body, as sunlight produces vitamin D, which strengthens bones and immunity. Staying indoors all day can gradually weaken the body. Therefore, spending a few moments of the day outdoors is very beneficial for health. He also explains that fitness is not only a personal responsibility, but also a social responsibility. When a person is healthy, both his family and society are happy. Therefore, one should nurture his health not only for himself, but also for those around him. Only a healthy person can inspire others.
The author says that caring for the body is like repaying life's debt. We have received this body as a gift, and therefore it is our duty to take care of it. He explains that when both body and mind are balanced, a person is more creative in their work, their thinking is clear, and they also have the ability to help others. He repeatedly reiterates that fitness is not a destination, but a journey. This journey continues every day. Every morning when you wake up and activate your body, that moment is a moment of true success, because you have moved your life in a healthy and meaningful direction. The book also explains that self-control, beyond food, is essential for maintaining a healthy body. Because in today's times, the biggest challenge is avoiding temptation. Delicious but harmful things are everywhere, and advertisements constantly entice us to them. The author says that this is the moment when your self-discipline becomes your greatest strength. If you overcome that temptation every time, both your body and mind become stronger. He says that the essence of fitness is that when you develop the ability to choose what is right, your body itself becomes your ally. Every cell in the body begins to do what energizes it, and you gradually reach a state where health becomes natural. The author also suggests that small successes on the fitness journey should be celebrated. For example, if you didn't eat extra sweets today or exercised for 10 more minutes, praise yourself, because these small victories lay the foundation for big changes. He says that only those who respect their small efforts will see extraordinary results in the future. The book further explains that the goal should not only be to strengthen the body, but it is equally important to make it flexible and calm. Yoga, meditation, and breath control are very helpful in this regard. They stabilize the body and calm the mind, developing a sense of self-balance within. The author states that true fitness is achieved when the mind and body are in sync. The human body is a marvelous machine, performing countless tasks every moment. When we eat, the digestive system immediately activates. When we breathe, the lungs extract oxygen from the air and mix it with the blood. When we get tired, the brain signals rest. Every organ in the body has its own importance. But if even one of them is out of balance, the entire system is affected. This is why health is not just about avoiding disease, but also about maintaining balance in both body and mind. Now imagine if there were a power within our bodies that protected us from disease, healed every small wound, and protected us from every virus and bacteria. What would that be? It is our immune system, which we call the immune system. This system, though invisible, is our greatest shield. It protects us from dangers we cannot see.
But they can harm our body. How does this system work? It's crucial to understand this, because only when we understand how the body protects itself from within can we learn to strengthen it. When a virus enters the body, our immune cells recognize it and immediately spring into action. Some cells attack it, while others memorize it so that if it returns, it can be identified and eliminated in advance. This works like a military force, protecting us 24 hours a day. White blood cells play a key role in this system. These cells patrol the body and attack any foreign substance they detect. The body also contains lymph nodes, which are home to these cells. When an infection occurs, these glands activate and produce more cells to help the body fight. Therefore, when we get sick, the glands in the neck or armpits often swell as they are engaged in battle. Now, it's important to understand why this system weakens. Often, our lifestyle becomes its biggest enemy. Factors like an unbalanced diet, lack of sleep, stress, smoking, or alcohol gradually weaken this system, leaving the body vulnerable to disease. This is why people who frequently fall ill often have a weakened immune system. But the solution lies within our grasp. If we take care of this amazing system, it can keep us healthy for a long time. Providing a nutritious diet is the first step. Foods rich in vitamin C, zinc, and protein strengthen this system. Fruits, vegetables, and adequate water intake provide the body with the necessary energy. Yoga, meditation, and exercise improve blood circulation, making this system more active. Stress is the biggest enemy of this system. When the mind is constantly stressed, the body releases a hormone called cortisol, which slows down immune function. Therefore, mental peace is as important a part of health as physical strength. Therefore, taking some time each day for yourself, meditating, listening to music, or spending time in nature rejuvenates not only the body, but also the mind. Just imagine how many illnesses would be untouched if we incorporated these practices into our lives. Our bodies would be able to handle everything from colds and coughs to major illnesses. Our cells would protect us from within, and we would be able to stay healthy for long periods without relying on medications. This is the true power of our internal defense system. However, some diseases arise from malfunctions in this system. When this system becomes overactive, it begins to attack its own tissues, leading to diseases like arthritis, lupus, or type 1 diabetes. This is called autoimmune disease. When the protector becomes the attacker, the body begins to fight itself. This condition is extremely serious. However, the reason for this is that the body's balance has been disrupted. Therefore, it is important not only to strengthen this system, but also to maintain it, because mild infections teach the body and train its defenses. This is why when children play outside and interact with the soil, their immune system gradually strengthens. This amazing body defense system works day and night. Whether we're sleeping or working, it remains constantly active. When we nourish it with the right diet, proper sleep, and positive thinking, it protects us from all diseases. Understanding the power of this system is like understanding life itself. Only those who know how to protect their body can live a healthy and balanced life. Now that you've understood this entire journey, you'll realize that true fitness lies not just in physical strength, but in thinking and discipline. This book teaches us that fitness isn't just about building muscles, but about creating harmony between your body, mind, and spirit. When you balance your eating, sleeping, and exercise habits, you become not only strong, but also stable. This is real victory. This is true fitness. If you enjoyed this summary, please like this video and share it with your friends so they can also understand their health and fitness from a new perspective. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to be the first to receive more inspiring book summaries like this one. Then leave a comment below saying, "Power of Fitness." Thank you.